Your plane just lost both engines, 30,000 feet above the ocean, flames shooting from the wings. You're dropping fast. You grab the radio, your heart is pounding. You have maybe 10 seconds before this gets really, really bad. What do you say? Here's what you don't say. Help! Emergency! We're going down! You say one word, 3 times. Mayday! 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 But wait, isn't Mayday that spring festival with flowers and dancing? Why would that be an emergency call? The answer is going to blow your mind. The story behind this word involves a British radio engineer, terrible 1920s technology, chaos in the skies over Europe, and a French phrase that has absolutely nothing to do with the month of May. And by the end of this video, you're going to know not just where Mayday comes from, but why saying it 3 times isn't just dramatic, it literally saves lives. Plus, I'm going to reveal 2 other secret emergency codes that pilots and ship captains use that you've probably never heard of. Let's dive in. Okay, picture this. It's 1923. Aviation is brand new. The Wright brothers only flew 20 years ago. Now we've got commercial planes flying between countries, and it's absolute chaos. These planes are basically death traps. Wooden frames, sketchy engines, no pressurized cabins, and the radios? Forget about it. We're talking crackling static, signals cutting in and out, and you're lucky if you hear half of what someone says. Now here's where it gets messy. You've got British pilots flying to France, French pilots flying to England, German, Dutch, Italian pilots all over the place. And when something goes wrong, when an engine fails or they're running out of fuel, everyone starts screaming in their own language. A British pilot yells, "Emergency! Emergency!" A French pilot shouts, "Au secours!" That's help in French. A German pilot screams, "Hilfe!" And the radio operator on the ground? They're sitting there like, what the heck is happening? Is someone dying? Is this a drill? Is the radio broken? People are literally dying because nobody can understand each other. So, aviation authorities across Europe have this meeting, and they're like, we need one word, universal, works in every language, impossible to misunderstand, even on a terrible radio. And that's where our hero enters the story. His name is Frederick Stanley Mockford. Frederick isn't some hotshot pilot. He's not a daredevil aviator. He's a radio officer at Croydon Airport in London. Now, Croydon doesn't exist anymore, but back in the 1920s, this was the airport, one of the busiest in the world, the hub for flights between Britain and Europe. And Frederick had a front row seat to the disaster. He's sitting there with his headset, listening to pilots panic, radios crackling, complete confusion. And one day, in 1923, his bosses pull him aside and say, "Fred, we need you to invent a distress word. Something simple, something anyone can say, something that saves lives." No pressure, right? So Frederick starts thinking. Most flights through Croydon go to Paris or come from Paris. So he thinks, what if we use a French word? Something the French pilots will recognize, but easy enough for English speakers to say. He needs something short, urgent, powerful. And then it hits him. Mayday. That's the French phrase for help me. It's short for come help me. But Frederick doesn't want the whole phrase. Too long, too complicated. So he takes the phrase and anglicizes it. Mayday. 3 syllables. Easy to pronounce, sounds like nothing else you'd ever say on a radio. But here's the stroke of genius. Frederick says you don't just say it once, you say it 3 times. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Why 3? Redundancy. If you say it once, maybe the radio cuts out, maybe there's static, maybe the person on the other end is distracted. But 3 times, the odds of missing it drop to almost 0. It's simple, it's brilliant, it works. So Mockford presents his idea in 1923, and Croydon Airport starts using it. British pilots flying to France start saying it, French pilots flying to England pick it up, and word spreads. But remember, this is the 1920s. No internet, no global communication network. Aviation is still the Wild West. It takes time for the world to catch on. By 1927, it's all over Europe. Pilots love it because it just works. It cuts through the static. It's unmistakable. And then, in 1948, it becomes official. The International Civil Aviation Organization, the people who make the rules for global aviation, adopt Mayday as the international distress signal. From that moment on, it's everywhere. Pilots use it, ship captains use it, even astronauts use it. When Apollo 13 had that oxygen tank explosion in 1970, they famously said, "Houston, we've had a problem." That wasn't technically a mayday because they weren't in immediate danger of dying in the next few minutes. But if they were, you better believe they would have said, "Mayday, Mayday, Mayday." Today, if you say Mayday on any radio frequency, everything stops. All communication ceases. Emergency services mobilize. It's the nuclear option of distress calls. So why does Mayday work better than just yelling help or emergency? Let me break it down. Number one, it's distinct. You will never accidentally say Mayday, Mayday in normal conversation. Pilots talk to air traffic control all day. They might say, "We have an emergency," or "We need assistance," but those words get used for all kinds of stuff. A sick passenger, a minor technical issue, a cracked windshield. But Mayday? That word means one thing: life-threatening emergency. Someone is about to die if help doesn't arrive now. Number two, it cuts through noise. Even with static, even with a thick accent, even if you're screaming in panic, Mayday is designed to be heard. The hard consonants, the rhythm, the repetition. It's audio engineered to pierce through chaos. Number three, it's universal. Doesn't matter if you're flying over Tokyo, Sao Paulo, or Moscow. Mayday means the same thing everywhere. No translation needed. Every pilot, every air traffic controller, every emergency responder on Earth knows what it means. Number four, it triggers instant response. When your brain hears Mayday, it goes into high alert, emergency mode activated. It's not just a word, it's a psychological trigger. Compare that to emergency. That word gets thrown around constantly. Emergency landing could mean anything from stuck landing gear to the plane is literally on fire. But Mayday? Zero ambiguity, zero confusion, pure life or death urgency. Now here's the part most people don't know. Mayday isn't alone. There's actually a whole secret language of distress signals, and I'm about to let you in on it. Meet Mayday's siblings, Pan-Pan and Sécurité. Let's start with Pan-Pan. Pan-Pan, that's P-A-N-P-A-N, comes from the French word pan, meaning breakdown. This is for serious problems that aren't immediately life-threatening. Example, you're flying a plane with two engines. One engine fails. Not ideal, obviously, but you can still fly on one engine. You're not about to crash in the next 60 seconds. You need priority landing, you need emergency crews standing by, but you're not in instant mortal danger. That's Pan-Pan. You say Pan-Pan, 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 and air traffic control knows this is urgent but not apocalyptic. Give him priority, but don't scramble every fire truck in the city. Then there's Sécurité. Sécurité means safety in French. This isn't even a distress call. It's a safety warning for other people. Like, hey everyone, there's a giant iceberg in this shipping lane. Or, we're conducting a rocket launch, stay out of this area. Or, there's a disabled ship drifting here. It's not your emergency, but it could become someone else's emergency if they don't know about it. So you've got three levels, like a traffic light for emergencies. Sécurité, green, safety announcement, heads up, hazard ahead. Pan-Pan, yellow, urgent problem, not dying yet but could get bad. Mayday, red, life-threatening, help now. And it's all based on French, just like Frederick Mockford planned 100 years ago. Pretty cool, right? Let me give you a real-world example that shows how important this system is. January 15th, 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549. Captain Sully Sullenberger is taking off from New York when his plane hits a flock of geese. Both engines fail, completely dead. Now, Sully was so busy trying to land that plane in the Hudson River that he didn't have time to say Mayday, but his co-pilot communicated with air traffic control, and emergency services knew instantly this is life or death. Everyone survived. The miracle on the Hudson. Here's another one. April 17th, 2018, Southwest Airlines Flight 1380. The plane's engine literally explodes mid-flight. Shrapnel shatters a window. A passenger gets partially sucked out of the plane. The pilot, Tammy Jo Schultz, stays ice-cold calm. She radios air traffic control, explains the situation, requests priority landing. Emergency crews are ready when she touches down. One passenger died, but 148 people survived because of clear communication and emergency protocols. These aren't just words, they're life-saving tools. So there you have it. Mayday isn't about flowers or spring festivals or dancing around a pole. It's a 100-year-old distress call invented by a radio officer in London who wanted to make sure that when someone was dying in the sky, everyone would understand. One word, 3 syllables. Say it 3 times. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. And it's been saving lives ever since. Pretty incredible when you think about it. A simple idea, born from chaos, that became the universal language of survival. If you learned something new today, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me what other everyday words or phrases you want me to dive into. I read every single comment. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.